Okay. Hello, everybody. This is going to be your February energy prediction forecast. And it's interesting when I was tuning into it. Um, there's it's very focused on on change. I know I sorry, not sorry that well, maybe actually no, that's a good thing. A lot of us do want change. A lot of us are expecting these changes. It is crazy like how many of us are going through it. But again, this is collective and this has been the theme. So what can I do? I'm just here to present the information that I have received. And the funny thing is I do resonate with a lot of this for myself as well. Um so Yeah, it's like I said, it's pretty focused. It has to do with life changes, moving in the direction that you're going into. And it's crazy that I did my weekly, what was that, on 2 days ago? And I don't even remember, but I feel like I was talking about new paths opening up. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's coming back now. Interesting. So those 2 are kind of they're connected, which makes sense because the 1st of February is literally this week. And so I was talking about how you were seeing all these multiple paths opening up, all these options, all these opportunities, and that was causing overwhelm. And I was saying how you guys just need to disconnect, regroup, recenter, and then make the move. And it feel basically essentially in February, the month of February, it feels like that's what's happening. You guys are making the move. You guys are taking the leap forward. So it's like you're choosing the path and you're going. Um but okay, so February feels like a really good month. A really, really good month. There's a lot of good luck energy, good fortune this month, something blossoming. There's the energy of news coming in that will benefit you, and it's like a fresh start. But it's going to happen in a very unexpected way. Yeah, you can't predict it. You can't point your finger, on it. It's going to come out of the blue type of thing, but it's going to give you a huge sense of relief. But yeah, there's good news, good fortune and good luck on your side. And I feel like a lot of you are going to start feeling that because yes, I did write down that we're fe- it's interesting. February is that transition. I did write down transition. There was something about transition. Interesting. Now it's coming to me. February is the transition month for a lot of you, which makes sense because technically, what is it? Mid-February, we start the year of the fire horse, the momentum picking up. So, you guys, and I'm laughing because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to say this. Final sheds, final threads leaving, but it doesn't feel like dramatic. Okay. It just kind of feels like you probably know these things that are meant to leave. Like a lot of you are really tuning into your psychic and intuitive abilities. And it really does feel like like sometimes it really is hard for us to admit to ourselves that a particular thing, a particular person, a particular situation might not be good for us, but in the back of our minds, we want it to leave. Like, we're like, it feels like this needs to move on, leave, and yada yada yada. And it's interesting because I was gonna make a message about this, and I'll quickly say it on here. There's a lot of you that don't realize how much of a master manifester you are, because it doesn't come in the way that you expect it to. It doesn't come in a way where, it's like you close your eyes and you're like, okay, I'm gonna think this, I'm gonna will this in, and then by like the next week or the next month, it's just gonna arrive, type of thing. And so when that doesn't happen, a lot of you are like, I'm not a good manifester. But I want you guys to like pause for a second and just think about all like all the things in the past, all the things in the past that you have brought in. Think about it. Yes, some of it came in fast and quickly, and some of them took a bit of time. But I'm sure you have caught yourself in past situations where you're like, wait a minute, like I always wanted this type of job, or I always wanted to work here, or we wanted this thing or that, or whatever. And it came in, but it never came in the way that you expected it to. It always just came like very, and in a way, it's like you guys could be like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm not great at manifesting," because it doesn't come in the way that you expect it, because this is part of the magic. And so these final sheds and these final layers, I almost feel like you absolutely know, like, what's for you and what's not for you. But because you it's like you have this relationship with the with energy around you where it's like, it's not good for you, or it's not meant to stay in your life, whatever that is, career, person, situation, whatever, right? Thing. And it kind of, without you doing something to remove that thing from you, the divine, the energy does it itself. Do you know what I mean? And then, yes, there might be a little bit of a, like, a grieving process, or like a almost like it's like there's two parts of you. The one part that knows that it's not meant to be in your life, and the other part that's like, I don't know, I like, because you're so kind-hearted, okay? And it's like when it finally leaves, that part of you that's very kind-hearted and wants harmony and everything, it has to get confronted with the fact that it's leaving, and so you grieve whatever you have to grieve, and it's like, once you're done grieving, you're like, "Yeah, I kinda knew." Like, there's that other part of you that's like, "Yeah, I knew that this wasn't good for me." And then you just come to that realization, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, like, I am a good manifester. It doesn't happen in the exact way that, you know, you expect it to." So, there's some of you that it's still like, it's the final layers of shedding that I feel like is happening mostly in the beginning of February. So whatever is going to be leaving your life, let it. Let it go gracefully. Don't fight for it. Don't try and bring it back in, because, again, if it's meant for you, it will stay, and if it doesn't stay, it has to be let go of, and it has to go through a transition, a transformation, and then once that thing, that person, or whatever goes through that transition, that transformation, if it's meant for you, it will find you. It will come back into your life. So just allow this process to happen. Allow these final sheds, these final things to move away from you, because you guys are getting closer, And, like, what I mean by closer is, like, you are stepping into this new beginning, which again, is what I was feeling in the beginning of this week. It just there's a lot of the overwhelm and the fear, which I did also write down for this month, which makes sense because that's we're letting go of things that are still not serving us and are part of our old template, our old life. It's scary. It is scary to let go of it. I get it completely. Um, but yeah, it can't come with you into this new beginning, into this new start, into this new chapter. And I feel like once these things get let go of and removed from your life, you're actually gonna feel a huge sense of relief. You're just gonna be like, it's like an energetic thing. The energy will catch up to you, and you're gonna be like, okay, you know what? This actually feels good. This feels better, and you need that energy to push you forward, to start your momentum in this new beginning, in this new path that you're headed on. So just allow that. Um, yeah, I just mentioned this. So more transformation, transmutation, shedding final layers, letting go of what can't come with you into the next chapter. Let go gracefully. It's literally just what I mentioned. Um, but yeah, in the month of February, you guys should start seeing early growth of this new life. And the visual that I was getting was like, okay, you know how you guys have planted your seeds the last couple months, the last year or two, you've planted your seeds. You've been going out to your garden, you've been watering it, maintaining it, you've been infusing these seeds with great energy, with your intentions, with faith, with hope. And like for most of you, it's like you didn't see these seeds sprout yet, right? For some of you, maybe one or two, but they were little, right? What I'm understanding, what I was seeing is like, so because you've been doing a great job of maintaining your like manifestations, intentions, these seeds, basically, you've been watering them. They're actually starting, you know how like have you guys ever seen like when the seed starts to like open and break and then the roots start growing? That's what's happening of the early growth. So the roots are starting to like break open and they're going into the soil to start getting more nutrients so that these things can actually start growing. So it's early growth of your new start. Yeah, and I just wrote down it's like the seed that's growing and the roots in the soil. It's for more structure, stability, and foundation. So for many, something new comes in, which is the beginning of your new start and chapter. Yeah, it's and it's just connected to like your new life, your new pathway that you're finally getting clarity on. Remember, if you're still confused, if you're still overwhelmed and you're like, I don't know what to do. There's so many options, there's so much going on. It might seem like it doesn't make any sense, but do nothing. Do nothing if you're very overwhelmed and it's just taking too much space in your head. Do nothing. Get connected with the body, feel the discomfort of whatever you're feeling, of being over, like, just let that storm pass through you, and you'll see. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, guys, when I was just saying that, like, about the storm, I visualized, like, a crazy storm, like, the sky turns dark, it's windy, it's chaotic, right? And when I said do nothing, so disconnect from everything that's on the table right now, everything that's causing you overwhelm, anxiety, do nothing. Just disconnect. When you do not, because obviously when there's a storm, you're not gonna go and you're not gonna control it, you're not gonna try and stop the storm from happening. So do nothing, watch the storm, and then as the storm moves away, and you know how like the clouds start to part and you see the sun rays shining through. What I was getting with that is you're actually going to get very clear on what path, what road to take, what opportunity, what option to take. You're actually going to get very, very clear and precise on that. And it's just going to make sense. And yeah, you're going to move forward with that. So again, you're in the head, there's too much turmoil going on, disconnect, do nothing, just let it be. Because I mentioned in that weekly, like, if there's certain options, opportunities, pathways that aren't meant for you, they're good. They're good. Like the storm is gonna take them away, and the ones that are meant for you it's gonna be so clear. They're gonna be there. So just come back into the body and know that you are safe, okay? Um, okay. Some of you for some of you, this is actually gonna be a physical thing, and for some of you, it's gonna be, like, symbolic and energetic. Some of you are moving this month. Some of you are moving this month, like, you're relocating. It's either gonna be a new home, a new place, a new country, a new province or state. For those of you especially that have been calling this in for a long time. So you could probably already know about it, right? Because if it's happening this month, then it's like, okay, this is a confirmation you're packing and blah 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 blah, right? Or you're starting to seek it out and it's gonna connect you to an opportunity that helps you to relocate. And like I said, I was getting this both physically and also symbolically. So if you guys aren't actually moving or you don't want that, you don't desire that, what the move is from your old life to your new life, to whatever you're calling in. It was a very energetic and symbolic thing, right? And again, for those of you that are doing that physically, that also symbolizes that. Like for you that are doing it physically, it's obviously also going to be energetic because it's like this new location, this new home, this new relocation. It's obviously going to start many new things in your life, right? It's like leaving the old behind and moving into the new. So again, it depends what you're calling in and what your situation is. But yeah, I wrote that down because it was very, very interesting. Because I know there's a collective of you, and I'm part of this, that is calling in a move. Quite a big move. Um, and I feel like this is actually connected with what I just said for some, and some it's going to be like for a different thing. But some of you are being pushed to take the leap of faith. You're being very much energetically pushed because where you currently are is so uncomfortable. Like it's it's getting to the point where wherever you are, right? In whatever job, in whatever situation, with whatever person, in whatever location, in the current stage of your life, wherever you are, right? The like the current chapter that you're in, right? It's actually what I was feeling, it's like it's making you so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. So you could actually be like, this is the final sheds, the final layers, right? Of it dissolving, being removed from your life. It's making you so uncomfortable so that you guys can take the leap of faith. Do you know what I mean? It's almost oh, interesting. So you know how the leap of faith is very much like connected to, as at least for me, what I usually imagine is like someone on a mountain or a hill, and they have to take that leap of faith of like jumping, right? What I was seeing just now, it's like almost pretend like, yeah, you're on that mountain and there's like a wildfire behind you. And I know it's not funny, but what I mean is like it's making you so uncomfortable because you're seeing the fire get closer and closer to you, right? And so what that person in that situation is like, wait a minute, like, do I get burned alive by staying here? Because like the situation isn't good. Or do you take that leap of faith and, like you're going to get caught type of thing, right? It's like you have more chances now of taking a leap of faith towards your new life, your new chapter, your new beginning than where you currently are. And so that's what I mean. It's pushing you where it's like it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable where it's like you don't have a choice anymore. You have to leap, you have to go, you have to trust. And it's like you guys are yeah, you guys are getting to that point and you're just gonna do it. You're gonna be like, you know what? For example, like I said, it being connected to, for example, like relocation or new home or whatever, and let's just say it's quite a big move. You're like, you know what? I gotta do it. Like I'm losing the place that I'm in, or I lost my job and I'm getting a new job in this new place. And even though it's such a foreign type of territory, I gotta say, yeah, like I gotta do it. I gotta go. I gotta make this move and just trust. It's like that's what I mean. It's like that uncomfort is so big, it's gonna push you. Like some of you are just being pushed into your new beginning because there's no more stalling, there's no more waiting. And it's like the divine had to create so much discomfort in where you currently are so that you could just be like, I surrender and I leap. That's it. That's it. I'm doing it type of thing, right? And then it's like midway you realize you grew wings or something came in and caught you or whatever. And it's like, oh, okay, it's not that bad, right? Um, yeah, it's gonna feel what I wrote down, it's gonna feel risky. It's going to feel risky to your old self, to that old, because yeah, guys, the old version of you is dying. That your old life is it's like the final layers of your old life is being stripped away, and it is scary. Abso-freaking-lutely. It is scary. And it's this new thing, this new beginning, whatever it is, whether it's a relocation or just a new job or a new person or whatever it is. Yeah, it's gonna feel risky. But it's like you're being pushed where it's like you don't have a choice anymore. You don't have a choice. It's like inside you know what to do. It's just you've been negotiating. It's like your new self and your old self are negotiating. And the new self has to finally take over and be like, listen, we're done. We're done, old self. That's it. Goodbye. And yeah, moving forward. Yeah, it's gonna feel risky. You're gonna have no choice, but it's gonna be so uncomfortable that you'll feel the courage to take the leap and just do it. It's gonna feel, yeah, it's feeling the calling of like a move or whatever, just like a huge change. And I also wrote down, interesting. Okay, I also wrote down that during this change or this leap of faith of like moving from the one thing into the new thing, there can be people in your life where they're going to be seeing this, right? Because you could be talking to them, family members or friends, of like, okay, this is happening. Like this thing is ending for me, and I have this like new opportunity, or I have this new idea that I need to do X, Y, and Z. Just be careful with that because, again, I get that this probably comes from a very loving perspective from your friends and your family. They actually can be scared for you, right? They'll hear what's happening and they'll project their own fear of like, "You know what? That's not a good idea. You should do X, Y, and Z. You should stay where you currently are," or whatever, right? See, guys, they're also when people project that kind of fear, it's also them losing access to an old version of yourself that they also know and they can feel on a subconscious and energetic level that you're no longer going to be. And that also means that it's probably going to change the dynamic between you and these people, right? It could. It definitely, definitely could, especially if they don't have the best, you know, um, for you, right? Because let's just say they gain a lot of access to you and your energy, right? So stand your ground, stand up for yourself. Like, yes, it's scary. My recommendation is like talk to the friend who or person that you know that has taken these types of leaps before, who like you intuitively feel that they're going to be positive and supportive, right? That they actually want the best for you. Or don't talk to anyone and you're really going to have to listen to your intuition and your heart and you're going to have to make the leap, right? But if you are telling people and people are telling you not to do it, blah 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 blah, you guys are just going to be standing up for yourselves and being like, "Listen, it's my life. I've been doing the same thing for, 20, 30 years. And it's time for a change. It's time for me to do something different. It's time for me to leap. And yes, it doesn't make sense. And yes, it looks risky, but I got to take it," type of thing. So, yeah, I wrote down this could result in losing some people in your life. But again, they're not meant to be there. They can't, some of these people really can't come with you into this new chapter. Like, when you're doing such a drastic change from your old life to your new life, guys, like, yes, you are gonna lose a lot. You're gonna lose a lot, but it doesn't mean that it's, not for the better. You moving into a completely new beginning, a new start, a new version of yourself, there's going to be so many new things that you haven't met yet, but they're gonna come in as huge blessings into your life. Like, the new people that are gonna be coming in, it's you're gonna be like, "Oh, these are my people. Love these people." These new, like a career or romantic person or whatever, or the new home, the new relocation. Even if you've never been there or you don't know how things are gonna work out, you're gonna feel more at home there than where you currently are. So don't resist these shifts, these changes, people, things just being removed from your life. I know it can feel lonely, but it's only lonely for the old version of yourself, right? Because that liminal space between the old version and the new version, like, of course, there's a transition. Just let it happen. Um, yeah, I wrote down, which I feel like has been a theme for a while, but again, this is collective, and so all of you are just calling the like. I do feel like energetically this can come in, and then the energy comes first before the actual physical. But I wrote down opportunities, career, wealth, new business ideas, and some of you will actually be seeing an increase in like your money, your wealth, your prosperity, your abundance. So, and I feel like that is a result of letting something go and moving forward into the new, right? So, it's a good thing. Coming into more courage, bravery, standing up for yourself and speaking up. So a lot of you are just being more authentically and confidently you. It's like you're just remembering who you are, and I did write down I actually remember for the year of 2026 that a lot of you are just you guys are just coming into who you're truly meant to be. You're coming into that authentic, real template of who you are, and it's what I was feeling is that it's gonna blossom more and more. So I feel like, you know, January could have been the first blossom of that, the first layer of that. February is gonna be another layer of feeling more of who you truly are. And you're stepping in boldly into that, confidently into that, and you're just gonna be proud of the person that you are becoming, of who you have become and who you continue to, you know, become. Um, and it does feel like it's almost like also a result of taking that huge leap of faith. Because it's like you're meeting a version of yourself that you've never been, you've never met, but you know it's in there, and in doing like, taking this leap of faith, you meet this, like, brand new version of yourself, and you're like, "I got this. I got this. Like, who's this?" You know? And it's gonna feel really, 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 really good. So, yeah, you're doing more of what you're being called to do, of where your true purpose and mission lie ahead. Um, yeah, new sense of self. Okay, the feeling that I was getting with this, it's like February, it's like you're waking up from a huge, deep and long slumber. So it's like, you've been sleeping. You know how, like, sometimes you can sleep a really, really deep, 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 deep sleep where it feels like you don't know where you are. Um, you've been sleeping for days. Like, that's the feeling of a really deep, deep, deep slumber. And when you wake up from that, it's like you can feel very refreshed and like a new sense of life. That's gonna be your sign that you're really stepping into this boldly into this new version of yourself, of feeling more of yourself because it's gonna feel that way. It's like interesting. It's like almost like that final layer, that final shed of the old you. And it's like, I can breathe. It's like that new version of yourself can finally breathe because all those layers are off. So it's just a new sense of life, a new sense of energy in you, invoked in you. I also wrote down another layer of heart opening, awakening, and that could also just be connected with you becoming who you truly are, like more of who you truly are, of taking that leap of faith and just feeling that joy, that confidence, celebrating more love, more joy, more happiness. Yeah, and celebrating a new start, new job, new life, new relocation, new whatever. It's coming into that celebration. Um yeah, see, I also wrote down, which I mentioned earlier, soul aligned connections, celebration. Well, I meant to say collaboration, but I guess celebration because of these new soul aligned connections, friendships, partnerships. Be open, but be discerning. So, like I said, with whoever is being exited and removed out of your life, you're making space for new people, for new connections. And this obviously begins with your new start, your new path, your new chapter. Just beautiful soul aligned people coming in. For some of you, and you'll know if this is for you, especially if you're one that you've been trying to call in a certain partner in terms of, but I wasn't getting anything about love, guys. It's love kind of still feels like a little bit on the back seat. If you watched one of my messages that I made, in terms of like, yeah, love is orbiting you, but for a lot of you, it's kind of currently in the back seat right now, which it doesn't mean it's not there. It's there. It just it's not on the forefront, which is fine because as you transition, as you move into this new life of yours, it'll start coming more and more, that love energy. But anyway, for those of you that have been calling in like a mentor, a guide, a teacher, a partner in that like that way, or business partner, right? Because you know that, I don't know, you want to work with somebody or you have an idea and you want to do it with somebody else, or you just want like a mentor, a guide, a teacher, right? It can actually be showing up this month. So again, you'll know if this is for you if you yourself have been saying to yourself, like, man, it'd be really good to have some sort of mentor, guide, teacher, collaborator, partner in this business idea or whatever you're trying to do or become, especially if also you're trying to be a healer, right? That can actually be showing up this month. And it probably is connected to this leap of faith. Last thing I wrote was surrender, surrender, surrender to the divine plan. So that's definitely connected with the leap of faith, right? Surrendering your control, your fear, your doubts, your resistance, and trusting in this new start, in this new path. And trust me, I know that surrender never gets easy. Like, I literally just made a post about this and I posted on my Instagram and TikTok how, like, I'm also dealing with that. And I have been presented so many layers and levels of surrender where I learned a while ago that it's like you never reach the final level and it's never easy. There's smaller, I guess you could say, levels of surrender where that can feel easier to lean into, but there's also these really, really big levels of surrender where, to be honest, it never feels easy. It never feels comfy because our mind gets in the way. Our mind starts thinking, well, what if this? What if that? And it's like it's surrendering those like survival patterns and those thoughts and those doubts and those fears and lean into it. It's not easy. My recommendation is like be with it. Be in the body. If discomfort is coming, and I mentioned this in the beginning, right? If discomfort is coming and you're being overwhelmed, you're feeling fear, just be with it. Work with it. Allow it to pass through you. Ask yourself, ask the parts of yourself of like what right now, like what are you actually fearing, right? And talk yourself through that. You'll end up realizing, like, wait a minute, I am safe right now. Wait a minute, I have options. Wait a minute, I have people that can help me, right? Oftentimes, it's just the mind projecting certain fears that aren't real, but they're like potentials, right? And it's like preparing for the worst. Just talk yourself through it. If you're overwhelmed by something, just work with like the root cause of whatever's, causing these discomforts, these fears, these anxieties. And then you'll see it's going to pass through, it's going to pass over, and something is going to become very, very clear to you about what step to take, about where to go next. It's just going to feel 1,000 times better. So surrender, surrender, surrender to the divine plan. And like I said, I know it's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. It's the initiation to a greater, more expanded version of yourself. Okay. Alrighty. So that's pretty much what you can expect this month. It is very focused on you, your new life, more expanded version of yourself, where you're headed, a new chapter, a new start, right? A lot of this has been happening energetically. It's like it's been preparing us energetically for this new start. And some of you might have received like some things physically, or just downloads, or just getting clear of where you're headed, right? But it does feel like a lot of us are moving more and more into that. So for a lot of you, this is February is going to be the new start, the new page in your new book type of thing. Um, Numbers for this month was 11. So intuition, alignment, and balance, using your intuition about choosing what path to take, right? 10, completion, new cycle, new beginning. 3, growth, creativity, communication, and community. So like soul aligned people. 4, stability, structure, and foundation into your new beginning, your new life. 2 animals, well, insects or whatever coming up for this month was ladybug and butterfly. So ladybug, as I mentioned, it feels like February has an energy of good luck, of abundance. Butterfly, transformation, transmutation, and joy, happiness into this, into from the caterpillar to, cocooning, transforming, unlayering, and then breaking out of the cocoon, spreading your wings. Interesting. Sorry, guys, this actually just came in now. So it's like a lot of you broke out of the cocoon, but you've never had wings before. You don't know how they work. And you're stretching your wings. You're getting the blood flow into them. Yeah, and you're like, "Wait a minute, like there's something new attached to my body," and yeah, you're getting used to these wings. But oh, interesting. This has to do with this leap of faith, this huge leap of faith. It's like, yeah, you've stretched out your wings, you're kinda like you're flapping them, but you haven't flown. You're on this cocoon still. You're on this cocoon still that you just kind of, like, got out of, but you're on it. And that's the part that's like, it doesn't wanna let go of the cocoon because it made a home in it, in a way, you spent time in it. And it's just getting so uncomfortable because it's like that intuition of yours, that inner guidance is being like, "Okay, it's time to use these wings. Fly. Fly," you know? And I'm sure, like, again, I know we're not butterflies, but if you think about it, it's like pretend, you grew wings. You've never had them before. You went through this huge transformation. The moment, to take the leap and start like flying, there's gonna be a part of you that's like, "I've never had these things. I crawled all my life. I've been crawling all my life. I don't know if I can actually trust these wings." You don't know if you can actually trust this new version of yourself that you've been becoming, that you've been embodying, and now's your moment. Now's the moment where the butterfly just like, it's getting so uncomfortable, it's getting hungry, like, it needs to go out finally into the world, and it's like that moment of leaping and then flapping your wings. I'm pretty sure for the butterflies, that's a terrifying thing. Right? Those few moments, it's so terrifying, but then they get used to it. They're like, "Oh my god, wait a minute, I'm flying. I've never flown before. This is exciting. This is awesome." And there's a sense of joy, there's a sense of happiness, and a sense of gratitude and appreciation for having the courage in yourself to jump, to leap, to have faith. Wow, guys. Like, that just came in. That's awesome. Love that. That's essentially what's happening this month for a lot of you. Trust that you can fly, okay? Trust in your wings that you grew. You know what I mean. Um, question for this month that you can like sit with is what opportunities and what shifts this month will allow me to step fully into my power and receive the abundance that's mine. There you go. There you go. Alrighty, guys, that's what you can expect this month. Um, congrats. Some of you are really taking that leap. And it's just going to lead you to a more expansive life. Let me know, like, honestly, if like you're watching this now and you do it, whatever that is, and you're there, like come back to this video and let me know. Let me know so I can celebrate you. Alrighty, guys, thank you for joining me on my live. And if you're watching later, then thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing your energy and sending you so much love and luck on this path, on this journey. Bye, guys.